Hi, you're watching the Jazz Cam, and I'm Jasmine Graza. I will be following the student view on political issues here and around the world. Watch, because the student view
The student view matters.
And my vision of victory in Iraq would be a stable country and a country that's able to hold its own if instability does come. For a long time, Americans have been saying that when the Iraqis can stand up for themselves, then we will stand down. And that has been our strategy as far as when to withdraw our troops, and that is sort of our vision for victory. So it would be an Iraq that has their own strong military, strong police force, and they will be able to crush any extra insurgency or thing that sort of tries to come back. Al-Qaeda's increased efforts, that can be countered effectively. And so hopefully we can just be there in either an advisory or consulting position, or even better, not there at all. Our own country went through many years before we came from our revolution to the final version of government that we have today, and even that is still evolving. So it's not going to be a quick procedure, and we're seeing that, but victory will come when there's stability, and then we can bring our guys home.
Our active involvement there isn't making that situation better, and I think by actively confronting them in this way, we're actually exacerbating the problem. Democracy, which is eventually what I would love to have in the Middle East and all around the world, is a process, and it takes time. As it did in every country where democracy's evolved, it takes time for democracy to develop, and by trying to force democracy there, I think we've made the problem, or we've compounded the problem more. Not that we shouldn't be taking an active role in the Middle East and trying to promote democratic values, but I think armed conflict is not going to further the democratic cause. Iraq was an effort to try and promote democracy in the Middle East, but I don't think it's worked. I think the war itself was poorly planned. Absolutely getting Saddam Hussein out of power was a good thing, but the effects of afterwards have not been.
I think victory in Iraq is having a stable country at this point. We always have to redefine our goals there and what our definition of victory there means. But at this point, it's definitely just a stable country, and I think we won't have a stable country in Iraq until we withdraw all U.S. troops. I think the power vacuum there that's causing the civil war is totally, entirely our fault. It's, the U.S. occupation that is the power vacuum. So I think as soon as we withdraw, we'll see more stability in the country. I think violence will go away within a matter of just a few months. So to me, that is victory. Withdrawal is victory.
For me, I think victory is getting our troops home safely. I think that the reason we're over there, I think, is wrong. We violated certain UN regulations on actually invading Iraq. That wasn't a consensus. We went there for a particular reason, WMDs, and as soon as they didn't find it, got switched to an agenda of freedom for the Iraqi people. So as far as victory, I mean, that's not the question that we should really be asking. I think it should be more, how can we get our troops home safely as quickly as possible?
I think the main thing for the war in Iraq is stability. The main thing that we just need to get done is get them stable, get a democracy going, and get them to be self-sufficient. I mean, hopefully, ideally, you wouldn't want us to be there at all, but I think now it's imperative. I mean, we can't just leave now that we're there, which I don't see how people can see how we're just going to leave. So I think the main thing is to get them on their own 2 feet, get a stable democracy going, get them to stop fighting against each other, and have some political reconciliation between all of them there. And ideally just be there maybe as consultants, stuff like that, and eventually get out completely. But stability, get the democracy going, and working on its own without our help would be the best thing and the ultimate goal, I think, for us.